It is another lovely day. Also 22 degrees, just like the other day that I did this. I don't know when that was. Last night? Yesterday? Morning? Who knows? But it is a tit nipply, as they say. And but that's winter, ladies and gentlemen. That's winter. Cold. Don't like it? But what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Move somewhere warm? It sounds wonderful, but let's be real. If I could do addressing Gettysburg from, I don't know, somewhere warm, that would be great. But you really can't. You gotta be where the subject is, where the people are, the guests and all that jazz. So anyway, we're heading to, there's that issue with the focus again. We're heading to Hanover, and we're going via Emmitsburg, Maryland, sort of. Actually, no, we're not. We're not going through Emmitsburg. We're going to take a shortcut, supposedly, allegedly. We'll see. But how are you this morning? I'm sure you're great. All right, what is the road? I think this is the road. Yes, Orchard Road. All right, so we're gonna go a different way. If you've been on a drive with me before, you haven't seen this way. I don't really go this way, but according to my gyps, this is the quicker way to go. It's still going to take me 42 minutes. I'll be getting to my appointment just under the gun. But, good morning, Fraser. Good morning, Christine. How are you guys? This is pretty here. Let me angle the camera so you can get a little more of the view there. It's pretty country out here. Get out of the road here. This lady and her dog don't want to run either one of them over. That would not be nice. That would be a very sad family, and I would have a heap of problems on my hands. Okay. So now let's see. So this is tracked road. Now, so this is tracked road. I don't know the area that I'm in exactly, but if you turn right instead of left, there's a good seafood place called Dave and Jane's. So if you like seafood and you come to the area and you want to maybe just get a little bit out of town, just a little bit out of town. It's not very far, it's just a little bit out of town. Go to Dave and Jane's. It's a nice setting. It's right across from last year, I think it was corn they had in the field. I don't know if it's corn every year, but it's across from a farm field. It's nice and quiet. It's like the only business out there. And also seafood. Crabs. You can get a bushel of crabs or other things. El Borzi says, good morning. What part of the country are you in? I miss seeing snow so much. I am in, I'll trade you, by the way. You can take the snow. I'll take whatever you have. I am in Adams County, Pennsylvania, in the Gettysburg area, heading to Hanover. I'm taking a... not really, it's apparently not a roundabout way. According to my GPS, it's the shortest way. There are many ways, of course, to get anywhere, as you all know. If you've ever left your house, you know this. Today I decided to take this way. I could have taken Route 15. I was going to take you through Emmitsburg and then hit Route 15 and take that up to the Hanover Road. But this is kind of doing that, but it's just cutting out Emmitsburg. It's kind of cutting a corner is really what I'm doing here. Elborzi says, I'm in LA now, but from Denver. Enjoy your drive, Chief. Oh, well, I might not want to be where you are right now, but yeah. So you missed the snow in Denver. I got you. Do you live in LA or are you just visiting LA? If you're still there. Good morning, Dustin. How you doing? I didn't see you there. Sorry. Yes, I live in LA now for the past 8 years. Well, okay, so many concerned addressing Gettysburg viewers want to know, how is the situation out there? What is the situation for you? Obviously, you are well, but is everybody around you well? Is your problems? What's going on? We want to know. We care. We care! Damn it! Where am I? Here I am. Okay. And what do you do out there in LA? Tell us about yourself. We want to know. Whenever we see a new name, we want to know. I'm on the West Side, so I'm okay, but I work in downtown Santa Monica, and after work I went to the top of the parking garage and the whole sky above the Palisades was completely orange. Ugh. I haven't heard. Is the I know they were saying that the winds were about to pick up again, and all the fires weren't out yet. So, did the winds pick up, and has it made things worse, or is it too soon to tell, or what's going on with that? So scary for people that lost people, and I was the only person able to go into the office because I still have a house, sadly. Well, not sad for you, it's good for you. Yeah, I know what you're saying though. Things have gotten better as of this week. Okay, let's hope it stays that way. Garrick says, good morning, Matt. Sitting at home on my day off from the ambulance. At least if you're going to Hanover, you can go to Staples and get a new doorbell. Hey, that's a good idea. The problem is I don't have time because I got to get back to the studio. I'm doing a practice show with Court and Mike so that they can get their sea legs. We weren't planning on. Maybe I'll put it up for the patrons. I don't know. I'll see if the guys are comfortable with that. El Borza says, but I'm boring, just the accountant. Okay, well, hey, everybody needs an accountant. So, may be boring, but definitely someone needed. So you're not an aspiring actor or something like that. Musician, homeless heroin addict, nothing like that. Bill Chesley says, "Good morning, Matt." And I say, "Good morning to you, Bill." Gail says, "Good morning. Love riding along on these drives." Thank you, Gail. I appreciate that. I have to tell you, and I don't say this in an insulting way, but I don't understand why people like it. But I'm glad you do, because I like doing it. I like talking with everybody. It's also, a little. It's therapeutic for me, which is funny because I'm on my way to my therapist. So it's like, now I'm getting free therapy now, and then I pay for it later. But don't we all pay for it later? Elborzi says, "Thank you all for the well wishes." You're welcome. I take it you're new to the channel here? I haven't seen your name before. Yes, new to the channel, was just looking through lives, and I also find the drives comforting. Oh, good, okay. Well, welcome to the channel. I hope you explore. I'm assuming you're into history, or you just kind of stumbled on us. But if you're into history, we have a lot. I think we have over 1,000 on YouTube. And I say quote unquote because in the early days they were just audio only. We didn't do a video show. Well, did we do a video? No, we had video equipment from early on, but we just recorded them. We didn't do, I don't know what the hell we did. Anyway, my point is that there's 1,000 uploads, let's say that, for you to go through here on YouTube. Actually more, because when I saw that number, it was probably early December, so we definitely have more than that. And again, for you and other people who are new, we try to cover a lot about Gettysburg. And I'll put Gettysburg in quotes because it's not just the Battle of Gettysburg, it's the culture of Gettysburg, the pop culture around Gettysburg. It's a small town that's rapidly destroying itself with development, but there is still a small town feel. So we cover kind of what it's like living here. But the main thrust of the content we put out, believe it or not, is actually history shows. The vast majority of them, though, are for our patrons. And eventually those shows come out for free. But daddy needs to eat, you know? So that's our business model. Some people think it should all be free, but those people end up in soup kitchens, and I don't agree with that. I think it's not the information you're charging for, it's your work you're charging for. And people don't value other people's work in certain media or in certain areas, and I think that's sad. Okay, Bill says, I like it because it takes around the battlefield when I can't be there, and your dulcet tones. Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you. Fraser says, wish I could stay longer, but must leave. Have a good day, everyone. See you, Fraser. Probably already gone. Elborzi says, always loved history. Just a bonus, and I'll take a peek at the uploads for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. Zach Werner. Hey, Zach. I love that ride from Gettysburg to Hanover. Always stop at Kilpatrick Monument. Yes, in the square there in Hanover, there's a good pizza place on the square. I forget the name of it. It's actually, there's a pizza place, and I think next to it is an Italian market with like really good sandwiches. Which I have to say is the one thing I miss about New Jersey is the food in general, but in particular the Italian food. Although we do have some gems here in Gettysburg. They're opened up by people who lived somewhere within the Philadelphia to New York City corridor, and therefore they know how to make pizza. So, you know, we get our close seconds. But there's something about, they say the water that you use for the dough is what makes or breaks pizza. And I don't know if it's true or not, but there's about the pizza that I've had between New Jersey, Philadelphia, and New York, and New Jersey, and all that area, where it's so good, delish. But then you go to an Italian market in Jersey and you get a sandwich, and man, Shevitz, they know how to make them. Good stuff. So there's one in Hanover, right on the square, that I thought was good. So for those of you who are interested in roads, we're on the Hanover Road now, which is also 116. So if you ever ask for directions in Gettysburg and somebody says take 116 east, of course, if it works one way, it works the other. Good morning, 62nd. How are you? Oh, if you're patrons, last night I made a post that has the whatchamacallits. Come on, guys. What's the word I'm looking for? The links to the ticket sales for our July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd anniversary show recordings. They will be at the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, a fine nonprofit that I think you should support more than anybody else, except for, of course, addressing Gettysburg. They are kind enough to host us there. So we're going to do it 3 days in a row. Not in a row, sorry, 3 weeks in a row. We have the 19th of April, the 26th of April, and the 3rd of May. We are limiting the size of our audience to 20, and we're making this, at least at this point, exclusive to our patrons, because we love our patrons. And if it weren't for the patrons, there wouldn't be any of this. So, we're doing something a little special for them. But we're limited it to 20 people because we want it to be a small, intimate gathering. And also, with the acoustics in that room, you don't need a lot of people clapping or laughing to make it sound like you have more. So we're going to just, do that. And that's what we're going to do. And there it'll be done. So, if you go look at the post I put up last night, the links to all 3 days are there. The guides are as follows. July 1st, would be Jim Pangburn. July 2nd, Louis Trott, and July 3rd is Jim Hassler. Now, the premise of each show is the same format as the Ask a Guides that we do. So me and the guide are going to talk about an overview of the day, and then we pause for a commercial break, which you don't actually watch a commercial when it's in person, but we do have to say we'll be right back so I can edit it in. And then we come back and it's time for you to ask a Gettysburg guide. And you can get up to the microphone. We are going to have cameras, so this will be videotaped and put on YouTube on July 1st, July 2nd, July 3rd. I think actually what I might do is put them out. I like doing them as a live stream. They call it a premiere, but basically, like when you're watching a video as a premiere, you, the viewer, rewind, but you can't fast forward, so it's as if you're watching it live, even though it was pre-recorded. And I kind of think that's cool because I like interacting with the audience in the chat. So I might put them out the night before their respective day. The thing is, it's summer and people are out till 8, 9 o'clock. It's summer, and it's also, early July, 4th of July, so we might not actually get that big of a viewing audience there. But who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? So that's what we'll do. So anyway, yes, I would love it if you came to all of them. I would love to see you at all of them. And I think, especially if you're an audience member, like Six Questions, for example, who is not afraid to participate, and you're there for each one, I think it would be cool just to have the same audience members speaking once in a while. But it absolutely doesn't need to be the same people. We'd love to get as many people in as we possibly can, so that everybody can experience the wonder of an Addressing Gettysburg live event. Many people have compared it to the Sermon on the Mount. I think that's a little extreme. I get what they're saying, and I appreciate the sentiment, but I think that's just disrespectful. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. We have fun. We hope you have fun, and we hope we see you there. So that's it, patrons. Go and look at the dates and the whatever, and go. I know one of them is the Saturday before Easter Sunday. So that might cut into it, but we discussed it and we thought that most people, there is no tradition of Easter Eve, like Christmas Eve. You don't do the 7 fishes or whatever the hell it is, nobody gets together on Easter Eve. And so we're like, you know what, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. And then I believe the following week is also, that'll be the 26th of April, is also our Get Out of the Car tour. And I believe that's why we have Lewis as the guide that night, so that it's a full day of Louis. We will be filled to the rim with Louis. So that is the dealio there. And also, I might have some artifacts to show that are not in any museum for the July 3rd episode. I just have to follow up with someone on that. So it should be fun. I hope we get to see you there. Again, 20 is all we need for each show. So a total of 60 people, or less than 60 people, but some people go more than one. Who knows? It's up to you. Let's see. Ty says, that pizza place makes money, Hanover Fist. Gotcha. I'm doing well, 60 second. Doing well. problem with driving to Hanover, this via the Hanover Road, is it's the whole way, I believe the whole way, a no passing zone. And it never opens up to more than one lane in each direction. So that is annoying when you're in a hurry. But nobody around here except for me is in a hurry, because that's the one thing I can't shake from growing up in New Jersey is everybody's in a rush. So you get stuck. See, I don't know if you can see this, but the person in front of me has at least 3 tractor trailer lengths between her and the car in front of her, yet for some reason she doesn't want to close that gap. In Jersey, we close that gap because we're that much further away from our destination. You understand? Like, ahead of her, there's 6 cars or so, one of them being a truck. That's keeping everybody slow. But why are you going slower than the slow people in front of you when you can close that gap and at least be that much closer to your destination? I don't get it. I never will. I don't appreciate it either. So that's what we would do in New Jersey, is we would go on, like we would scream our heads off like that. But that's because therapists are very expensive in New Jersey. So most people, that's their therapy. And this is why I moved to Pennsylvania. Garrick says, I'm ordering tickets for day 2 and 3 on Friday. Awesome, thank you. 60 Seconds says, LOL, and if you leave a gap, you're asking for someone to pull out in front of you. Yes, that's the other thing. Some other jackass pulls out in front of you, and now you got one more car length between you and home. Nobody gets, so now we got, okay, the Volkswagen in front of me. We got 1, 2, 3. The third car up ahead which would be the first, is a dump truck. Okay, so that's our pace setter. The speed limit's 45. I'm going 33 because of that goddamn dump truck. I think what they should do is make helicopters. You know, these helicopters that can really carry a lot of heavy stuff. You make them so that they can, scoop shit up, or you would load shit in, whatever, and then it flies over the dump and just opens the what do you call it? What the hell? The Bombay doors, and poof, all this dirt flies out. That way we don't have to deal with dump trucks. Now you say, oh, I'm a dump truck driver, I wouldn't have a job. There's other trucks you could drive, or learn to fly a helicopter. Wouldn't that be fun? Just think of everybody else. Okay, now we're going into a 25 mile an hour zone, and that means we'll slow down to 15. So my 42-minute drive is now going to turn into a 68-minute drive. And, this is what you do. This is what you do. Yes, my wife hates my city driving. Yeah, okay, now I'm losing the Volkswagen, so that's one irresponsible driver. I don't know if okay, we lost car number 2, so now it's down to the dump truck, the pickup truck, and me. Let's see what happens at the light where I need to turn. I guarantee you they're all going to go that way. City driving, I avoid cities like the plague. You know what's funny is when I moved out of out of Jersey and moved back here, I'm not even exaggerating when I say that the minute I turned the engine off in my car when I arrived at my new home back on May 30th, 2018, I felt this wave of relief come over me. And you know what that was? That was my body letting go of anxiety. And I didn't realize how much city and suburb living gives me anxiety. The congestion is like ridiculous. And That's why I'm just like, oh, it's just like, when I have a bad day here, it really isn't a bad day. It's a bad moment, maybe a bad few hours, but not a bad day. And in Jersey, I had bad months. And I'm not saying it's because of Jersey, but I'm saying that, well, it is, because the foundation, right? Like my foundation, my default mood here in PA is happy. My default mood in Jersey was stressed. And the minute I left it, whether even if it was for like a quick jaunt into some other like PA or Virginia or wherever, I would feel that stress go away. Now people say, well, it's because you're on vacation. I go, no. I know the difference between stress leaving because of vacation and stress leaving because you're not at a place that makes you stressed. And that's what it was. And I know this to be absolutely true because when I moved here, it went away. Now, I'm still exhausted. There's a difference. And that can lead to stress, but it's a different kind of stress. That's a stress I can control more easily because I can work less if I absolutely have to. And people tell me to, but I don't think they're right yet. I think when I collapse, then that's when I'll be like, all right, clear my schedule, give me a month. And frankly, I don't think there's anything wrong with working to the point of exhaustion that you collapse. Like you're doing something. You're doing something more than just having a job. And I don't know, I think that's maybe not commendable, but it's something to be to shake your head at. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, not in a, you could be like, you're an idiot, shake your head, or it could also be like, man, I wish I had that work ethic, or it could, who knows? I don't know. Our idea of traffic was passing the Amish buggies. Yeah, oh God, those are something. The Amish buggies. They tend to hug the right and get out of your way. But there's some roads where I'm just like, dude, couldn't the Amish build an airplane or something, some hovercraft, like an Amish hovercraft? I don't know, like it's the, and are they not allowed to ride the horse on horseback? I guess there's nowhere to hitch. I don't know. The reason I say that is because, some of these roads, people are going 45, 50 miles an hour. And of course, the good old boys in their big trucks think it's funny to like speed past them and honk the horn. And, I'm thinking of the horse. And, I don't know. Though Pittsburgh city driving isn't bad if you know what lane you need to be in ahead of time. Well, that's the thing with city driving in general. If you know the lane you need to be in ahead of time, then it's not bad. But when you realize you have to make a left and you have to get into a left turn only lane, literally at the moment you have to make the left turn and it's like congested and nobody's going to let you stop and put your signal on until somebody lets you in. They're just going to honk their horn at you and rush you along. There is no decency in a city, so you have to just keep going, and then you got to turn around and find it the right way. That's just what you have to do. Life cannot stop for your mistake. Nothing grows, and life ain't very pretty. No one's there to catch you when you fall. Morning, Russell. How are you? Ty says, so you can be happy and live in PA. You just can't do it if you're born there. Yeah, well, and let me rephrase that. I'm happy living in the Gettysburg area, and there is a very finite radius from Gettysburg where I feel like right now in Hanover, I don't feel comfortable or at home. With all due respect to Hanover, it reminds me of New Jersey. New Jersey, we have plenty of little towns like this that are surrounded by box stores and neighborhoods and all that. It's got to go somewhere. You can't fault them. But, and that's what I hate about what Gettysburg is becoming is like it's lost its soul. Town council sucks. They allow this shit, and you know, the surrounding areas obviously are not Gettysburg Borough Council, but there's this big 7-story apartment building with like 70 million units, and it's just but of course nobody starts squawking about it in town until the deal is done. Like, I don't understand that. It's too late. Where were you before? Like, why wouldn't you, you know, I don't know. Because there's people that pay attention to this stuff. To get the word out. By the way, you're welcome to come on Addressing Gettysburg and get the word out about something that Borough Council is doing, that, or about to do, or whatever, that's coming down the road. Don't wait until the very last moment when it's already happening. Signed, sealed, delivered. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I gotta get going. I'm almost at my destination. You guys have, Ty Webb says, hey, Hanover doesn't feel very comfortable with you. No problem. I think it's just because of the distance from Gettysburg. I don't think it's Hanover itself. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. You guys have a great day. Again, patrons, don't forget, tickets are now available for those shows. And also, and by the way, no pressure, but if we don't sell these out, I'm just going to find another job. We're not doing Addressing Gettysburg anymore. Okay, so you guys have yourselves a great day, and I will talk to you next time.